Well, I'm standing behind some beautiful billet valve covers. I'm joined by JR Granatelli, and you know what? You're responsible for these beautiful things, right?
Yeah, we launched this product about a year ago, and the first one we did, we wanted to really come out with a bang, so we did the 5.6, 4.6, and the 5.4 valve cover, really for the Ford GT and the Mustang GT, and those were like the biggest, hardest ones to make. So from there, we then did the LS series, which has really been our biggest mover. But we've now come up with a complete line of billet valve covers, which not only supports the cylinder head for structural rigidity, but it's probably the best looking covers out there.
Yeah, they're amazing. And out here at SEMA, you always got to be new, innovative, and come out with something cool. And you have some new stuff here, right?
Yeah, so what we did this time was we said, hey, we're going to take that technology and move it into expansion tanks. So we came out with a really cool overflow tank, for example, for the new S550 Mustang 2015 and up. And what makes it so cool is that on the new Mustang, they have what's called closed loop cooling, and they don't have expansion tanks. They don't have a puke tank, if you will, a catch can built into it. So we actually put an SCCA, NHRA legal catch can into our tank. So now we have the only tank that you can go drag racing and still drive it home at the end of the day. We took that technology and carried it into the new Z06. So what we did is we came out with an expansion tank just for the cooling of the supercharger. And typically we add about like 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons of fluid. And what that does is it prevents the engines from going into overheat mode. Now you can drive the car as hard as you want for as long as you want. You never go over 200 degree water temperature and never over 100 degrees in the supercharger.
Well, you're going to have some very happy, heavy foot drivers out there about these products, right?
That's the goal.
All right, well, let's just talk about your staple. That's going to be the ignition systems. What do you got?
So our ignition product is what made this company. We started out doing mass airflow sensors, then we went into flash tools, but we wanted something that was unique. So we have 3 patents on solid stainless steel core, ignition coils, and wires. And we've just developed that over the years. We've been doing it for about 7 years now.
What's the advantage on that?
Well, the beauty of stainless steel is that you get 100% energy from point A to point B. It's like running a jumper cable from your coil to your plug. So there's a machine out there that tests ohm per foot, and what everybody does, everybody in the spark plug world says, or the ignition wire world says, hey, we have the least amount of energy loss from point A to point B. We have 0. We have 0 ohm drop. Whether it be 1 foot or 25 feet of ignition wire, we have 0 ohm drop because we're using solid stainless steel cable. The problem is that solid stainless cable creates EMI, electromagnetic interference, or RFI, which is radio frequency interference. So you're driving down the road and you're like, ee, like you put a stereo in your car and then you can hear the engine through the stereo. Yeah. So we designed an EMI ring we call the Magic Donut that goes on the outside of the wire and it eliminates EMI. And to give you an example, we never thought we'd do it, but we sell over 1 million Magic Donuts to Gibson Guitar, and they use them for all their guitar cables. And so now they can have dueling guitars and you get no crossfeed. So that's to us the ultimate endorsement that it's taken it beyond the automotive industry. But really what's cool for us, I'd say, the current is that we launched a new coil for the LT1, which is the new direct injection Chevrolet. We also have for the LT4, which is the new supercharged Z06 Corvette, and we even have the Hellcat. So we've stayed ahead of the curve, and I just finished the coil last night, believe it or not. After I leave the booth, I got to go home and work on it. We did the new GT350R. So we now have the hottest coil for Ford, Chevy, and Dodge.
Thank you so much. For you guys at home, if you want to find more information about these new products, you're going to have to go to GranatelliMotorsports.com.